Hello, welcome to another Let's Get Figgy video. If you're watching this video, you probably have tried rooting your fig cuttings, or for some of you, this may be your first time you're going to try rooting fig cuttings. And in this video, I'm going to show you a method that I found to be very successful with hardwood cuttings. One of the products that I'm using is this root plug. It's a spongy material. It's made from peat moss. I'm going to use it in a slightly different way than it's been used before for fig cuttings. Dan Foster from Fig Database has a great 4-part series video on YouTube that shows you how to take fresh green fig cuttings and use these root plugs to propagate your root cuttings. And if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth watching. It's a fantastic series. But what I'm doing here is something different. So the materials that you'll need for this are some of these root plugs, which go by different names. You'll find them under the names of Rapid Root, Root Riot, Super Plugs, Rapid Rooter, Q Plugs, Grow Sponges, Accelerooter, and I'm sure there's other names that you may find these. The other product I use is a coarse cocoa core, not the finely ground cocoa core that most of us usually use for our propagation, and a bin to put your fig cuttings into. It's pretty easy to root a cutting, as most of you have found. The challenge comes in when you go to make the transition from either the fig pop or a Dixie cup or wherever you're rooting your cutting into your up-potting medium, whatever soil you're using. At least for me, I find that's where my rate of success drops, that I have less figs that will actually end up growing into trees during that transition. So I came up with this method to increase my success, and so far it has increased my success in the up-potting. I think the reason for failure between that process of up-potting is either using too much water, too little water, too much heat, too little heat, too much fertilizer. But actually the two factors that I was trying to control better are just the shock of moving the roots from its original vessel that it's in into the up pot and the new medium. So it's the disturbance of the roots and the changing of the medium. And with this method, I found that the roots are better held together as you're moving the rooted cutting. And also, many of the roots stay within the original medium, which is this plug. It's true that some of the roots are outside into the new medium, but I believe these two factors are aiding in my success. Okay, so this is one of my bins, and I just want to show you how I set up this propagation and how it works. This is a coarse cocoa core, and I use it instead of the finer because it gives more gaps and more aeration for the roots to grow. So as you can see, these cuttings, they were in the dark and they started growing some green, but it's kind of white because there was no light. So let's see if this one has roots on it. All right, so there's one. I'll dig up another one. This one has a little less roots on it, but it's coming along. And there's probably more roots coming out of this cutting that are not shown. They're just making it, into this sponge material on the inside. So here's one of the cuttings that I started a few weeks back using the same method. I've had this one under the grow light for a little while, so it's starting to sprout a leaf. But you can see there's the sponge that we've been talking about. That's used to go from the propagation to the up-potting. So in conclusion, I'm not really doing anything new here. I'm just using a lot of the products we've all used before in a slightly different way. And also, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up down below and I'll make more videos. So let's get figgy. I'll see you soon.